Donald Trump, the orange-faced white man, making it clear. I'm at the top of this thing. I've got 3 years left. F*** the UN. Venezuela, we're taking it. I went in there with 2 soldiers, bombed one place and took the leader rapid. Nothing long. He claims the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, is a drug kingpin and supposedly flooding America with drugs, so America now wants him gone.
The illegitimate dictator Maduro was the kingpin of a vast criminal network responsible for trafficking colossal amounts of deadly and illicit drugs into the United States.
But he took him on an illegal one, outright breaking international law. The leader of the UK, Keir Starmer, was like,
I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
And that Sky presenter from my side of the pond wasn't having it. He originally comes from one of them second world type of countries. He's seen it all before.
Whatever the White House says, I don't think this is really about drugs. It's about oil. My family came to England from Guyana, the country next door to Venezuela. It's where I grew up and where I went to school. And Mr. Trump yesterday said that the United States would now run Venezuela until it decides to do otherwise. I think we used to have a name for that. Colonialism. Are we now in favour of colonialism?
Yeah, Trump ain't fooling my man. Then again, Trump ain't fooling anyone.
If this was about drug trafficking, then why did President Trump just pardon the former president of Honduras, who was convicted of sending hundreds of tons of drugs into the United States?
You recently pardoned the former president of Honduras, who was convicted of many drug trafficking. Can you explain how these two situations are
Well, this was a man who was persecuted very unfairly. He was the head of the country. He was persecuted very unfairly. And there are a number of them. And we felt that it was a very...
Talking about a drug thing. He could have done this with Mexico. The cartel drug thing into America runs rampant. But he ain't said shit about that. Yo, Sky News went a bit further. I never thought I'd see the day they go against the grain.
And where does heavy crude come from? Well, here are some of the big countries where you find most of it. It's Canada and Venezuela.
They basically said America wants Canada's oil, but Canada ain't playing ball due to the tariffs. So America basically said, all right, calm, let's go take Venezuela's. Not only that, you got Bear Man in UK politics coping, painfully sticking by the US, knowing full well they wouldn't tolerate this if any other country did it.
Would you urge the United States government not to abduct any other foreign leaders?
Look, I'm not going to answer hypothetical questions.
You won't urge the United States government not to abduct other foreign leaders? If this were Russia, if this were China, if this was anywhere else in the world, we would be the first out the traps, first out the gate, saying, this is disgraceful, we condemn it. You know that, I know that.
As I say, we need to see the legal basis for the operation that was undertaken.
65 to 70% of our cocaine comes from Colombia. Should we be going into Colombia? Should we be taking out Colombia on the basis of this? Should we be taking out the Colombian leader?
No, what I'm saying is you've got to look at what is in your individual strategic interest.
But why not?
Well, we look at defending ourselves from drugs. We have our own war on drugs, which sadly we're losing.
So let's take out the Colombians then.
No, that's what I'm saying is individual governments have to make individual choices based on also what we're able to do.
So if our government came along, if Keir Starmer said, look, we're concerned about drugs as well and the war on drugs. As I say, 70% of our cocaine comes from Colombia. We're going to kidnap the Colombian president. You'd be like, go for it.
I think the public would expect a grown-up government to be consistent, because I suspect if it had been anybody but the Americans, as in the case of Russia, if the Chinese did something similar in the Pacific, you would say exactly what you said about Putin. But we don't seem to be able to say this about America. What would we be saying if this were not Venezuela, but Cuba, or Panama, or Greenland? Is it sort of okay for our allies to waltz in wherever they think they need to snatch somebody who's done something naughty?
So, Trevor, I think a lot of the basis of your previous two questions, again, are around assumptions of things that may or may not happen in the world.
They're about what Mr. Trump told the world yesterday.
No, I think you're pushing them to the extreme there. As I say, the UK respects international law and the rules-based order. We are an advocate for it. We conduct ourselves on that basis, and we expect other countries to do so as well.
Regardless of all that, though, the Venezuelan people are happy with what Trump has done. They're looking at him like,
yeah, the white man.
Do not, for a moment, let your hatred and disdain for Donald Trump, an unsavory character, have you defending the dictator of my country. We Venezuelans are very, very happy that our dictator has been arrested, removed, and will be put through a trial. It's the first time we're seeing justice in 26 years.
Like, do you know how many deaths this man has, how much blood he has on his hands? And yeah, it was Trump. He got him. Am I super happy it was him? No. But you gotta give credit where credit is due. Like, he did what no one thought. I never thought I would live to see this. Ever. Like, I'm in shock. And it makes me sad that you guys are just like saying he was a sovereign president. He wasn't. He was a dictator. He was a dictator. Why don't you take this energy to see who he really was and then come back with your opinions?
Oh, and Trump ain't done either. Next man was talking about taking Greenland.
We need it for we need Greenland for national security. We need Greenland from a national security situation. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security.
So basically, Donald Trump took away a dictator the Venezuelans didn't want, and now he's taking oil while he's at it. It's basically a win-win for both sides, isn't it? The problem now is, if Russia, China, or North Korea, or even Pakistan want to invade a place now, America can't say nothing. Like, where's your justification to tell them that they're wrong? Either way, the premise has now been set. I'm done. See you on the next one.